Hi, welcome to the Mohua Show. My name is Mohua Chinappa and I am an author, entrepreneur and ex-housewife. This podcast is about everything from business to technology to arts to lifestyle, but done and spoken ईमानदारी से. Hi, in today's episode, we have with us Mr. Praveen Sethia, also known as RJ Praveen. Of course, all of you have heard about him. Praveen has been working as a radio jockey since 2006. Yes, 2006. Very, very long. And I'm already very, very nervous talking to him. But ever since he's enchanted his audience with his captivating voice, wait till you hear him, amazing comic timing, and one of the most sought after RJ in Kolkata. So I'm extremely honored that Praveen is here today with me and to tell me a little bit about himself and his internationally acclaimed show, Ek Kahaani Aisi Bhi. So welcome to the Mohua Show, Praveen.
Hey, thank you so much, yaar. I think Wikipedia writes a lot about me.
And we got quite a bit of my information from Wikipedia.
But I'm saying thank God that you didn't follow any other link, because other website says that I am married and I have kids, which I'm not. So
that's a lesson.
One fine day my dad came across.
That's a message for all my listeners, that this man with this amazing voice is single and can really win your heart. Right now he's cooing into my ears. So
right now, what? I've been doing this for last 16 years, but trust me, सिर्फ आवाज सुन करके लड़कियां फिदा नहीं होती.
जरूर लड़कियां फिदा होती है. मैं तो ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे बैठ के फिदा हो रही हूँ. तो दिल तक पहुँचते हैं. प्रवीण, you have been a radio jockey for quite some time now, but आपकी personal liking क्या है? Are you more of a radio person or a TV person?
I am not at all a radio person, neither a TV person. Because when you work for a radio station for 16, 17 years, so at the end of the day, when you go back home, you want to be relaxed, you want to chill. So I keep myself completely off from everything, be it television, be it radio, be it news, be it social media. Though I'm pretty active on social media, but most of the time it is managed by the company who manages my entire work. So in my free time, in my personal time, I would rather want to catch up with my friends, which I do on a daily basis. I make sure that, I meet my friends at least for an hour every day, because life is pretty hectic and you need to get out of this chaos. And for that, you need your friends around. So I genuinely make an effort on a daily basis to meet my friends at least for an hour.
So let's go back, let's go back to the past. Did you ever imagine that you're going to be a radio jockey?
Never, ever. I mean, not even in my wildest dream, I would have imagined that, one day I'll end up being a radio jockey. Because अगर मैं यहाँ पर थोड़ी सी हिंदी का इस्तेमाल करूंगा, वो इसलिए क्योंकि मैं चाहता हूँ कि लोग मेरे बैकग्राउंड के बारे में जानें. मैंने क्लास 7 तक हिंदी मीडियम स्कूल में पढ़ाई लिखाई करी है, in a remote place in Jharkhand, which was earlier a part of Bihar, but now it's part of Jharkhand, and it is called Patratu.
It's called Patratu.
So 1998 में my entire family shifted to Kolkata, and अचानक से हिंदी मीडियम में पढ़ाई करने वाले एक लड़के को इंग्लिश मीडियम में पढ़ाई करनी पड़ती है. Someone who was a complete introvert ends up seeing the world in a different way. When I was in class 8, I was studying in a co-ed school. And before that, I had never studied in a co-ed school. And जब मेरे क्लास की लड़कियां फर्राटेदार अंग्रेजी बोलती थी, तो मुझे वो कॉम्प्लेक्स फीलिंग आती थी. और वो जो कॉम्प्लेक्स फीलिंग मेरे अंदर में आती थी कि यार ये इतनी अच्छी अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं, इतने स्मार्ट लोग हैं, और मैं ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे छोटे से गांव से आ गया हूँ, भीड़ में फंस गया हूँ कहीं पर. It took, it took a lot of time for me to get out of that shell completely. And my first job as a salesman really helped me to overcome all the obstacles that I was facing in my life. In terms of public communication, in terms of opening up to people. And I was a complete introvert guy. So from an introvert guy to an extrovert guy to someone who can talk about anything, someone who can, catch up with people and can, I can start off a conversation. So that's a complete change. And that journey is started from 1998. I would say after I came to Calcutta. And then
So it's really interesting. How did your family, respond to you joining radio?
I joined radio when I just cleared my part one, which is like in Kolkata. When you are doing your graduation, first year, second year combined is part one, and then you have your part two, which is the final year of college. So I just cleared my part one and went for a vacation. Once I came back from the vacation, the results were out, and and I actually ended up ranking third in my university, marketing management. And so before that, nobody knew who Praveen is because I was the last bencher, जो backbencher बोलते हैं. So I was that kind of a student. तो मेरे कॉलेज में कोई मुझे जानता नहीं था कि ये प्रवीण है. And suddenly उनको मालूम चला that कि this guy from our college is a university rank holder, third rank. So I started getting a lot of calls from my college professors to join their tuition. And I didn't have money that point of time to pay them for tuition fee, like 2,000, 2,500 rupees. I didn't have that money. So I outright rejected the offer on their face, saying that I won't be able to join your tuition because you take 2,000, 2,500 rupees from students, which I can't afford. They asked me that you join my tuition and I won't charge a penny from you. So I was like, okay, that's great. So it was the first day of tuition that I went, and one of my friend out there, he knew that I could mimic. So on this date, I can mimic at least 55 voices. Back then, I could mimic 15, 20 voices. So my friend Anand was the one who told me that कि Praveen, why don't you try for radio? So I said, यार radio अपने बस का नहीं है, तो ये सब छोड़ते हैं, पढ़ाई पर फोकस करते हैं. And then he was like, नहीं यार, तू कर ना, एक बार try तो कर. So we decided to bunk our tuition the very next day, and we went to all the radio station with our CV, and it just happened that my company was looking for someone as an intern that point of time. So I got a job. I got a job as an intern where I was not getting paid. So my parents were like, you are going to a company, you're giving in like 10 hours, 11 hours, you're not getting paid. And before that, I was earning. I was working at a retail outlet as a salesman, so I was earning. Post that, I was working at a call center and I was earning. And this job was not giving me money, but was giving me the satisfaction that I was looking for. So I told my parents that, I haven't graduated as yet, and I think I have time in my hand right at this point of time. So let me just try my luck here. And if I don't succeed, by then I'll be completing my graduation. Then I'll start looking for doing international marketing. And somehow, when radio thing happened, it clicked in the next 6 months. And people started coming and telling my parents that, oh, you are Praveen's dad, Praveen's mom. So my mom was always in support of me doing whatever I want to do in my life. My dad was a little stubborn, I would say. He didn't want me to join radio because काफी सारे लोगों ने बोला रेडियो क्या है, अनाउंसमेंट करेंगे जाकर के, कोई करियर नहीं है, कोई लाइफ नहीं है. So initially he was not in support of me doing radio, but then in 6 or 7 months time, when things turned around, when people started recognizing my dad with my name, saying that, oh, you're Praveen's dad. So he was completely mesmerized and he was like, okay, great. You do whatever you want to do in life. And I think that was the only time when we had a discussion regarding career, work and all. Post that, we have never discussed work till date. I think it's around 16, 17 years ago that I discussed work with my parents.
Praveen, there'll be lots of people actually, who would want to join, radio and would want to become like you. So tell us a little bit about what is it that they need to expect. Sometimes what happens is that, how do they modulate their voices? People as RJs or, people who really use their voice as a means of livelihood, their job, their career, their hobby, their love, their passion. They say that you need to take care of your voice. Do you do any of those things? And a little bit of advice.
Nothing. Okay, so if you ask me, I'll tell you that, I don't do anything in order to keep my voice intact. I enjoy life. I spend time with my friends, and I do have, like, chilled water, cold drink. I literally don't do anything out of my way to protect my voice, because I'll tell you, I believe in being what I am. I don't want to fake on radio. So people ask me about voice modulation. People ask me about fluency. But for me, the most important part is connecting with people. The connect. If whatever I'm talking on radio, and if you can't relate to it, then no matter how good your voice is, no matter how much you modulate your voice, no matter how much you make your voice sound crazy on radio, but people are not going to fall for it. People are not going to listen to it. So my advice to anyone out there is that, your content is your king. Your content should be relatable. Your content will take you places. Uh, in terms of radio, if I talk about, we have always work towards better and better content, and that has actually helped us in uh, uh, taking places. So anyone listening right now, my suggestion to them would be, if you want to join radio, first of all, try and get hold of an internship, because that internship phase really helps you, right? So I joined my company as an intern, and I worked here as an intern for 2.5 months, and then I was absorbed by the company as an employee. So what happened exactly with me in those 2.5 months is that, the company people observed my work, they observed my passion, they kind of they were kind of looking for the talent in me, which I could showcase them in the next 2.5 months that I was working as an intern. So they also gained confidence. I also gained a little bit of confidence while I was working with all these people, and got to learn so many things. So anyone who wants to join radio, I will say that, ki, first of all, look for an internship, because that is very very important. At least आपको मालूम चलेगा कि आप कितने पानी में हैं. And रही बात voice modulation की and all, I'll say that just be yourself. Don't fake. If you do that, you're not gonna last longer.
So प्रवीण, अभी तो थोड़ा सा तो तुम्हारे दिल के अंदर मुझे घुसना है. हाँ, तो कितनी सारी लड़कियां पानी में डूब गए आपकी आवाज सुन के, और किसी के साथ ऐसा रहा होगा कोई रिलेशनशिप जिससे प्रवीण ने भी बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे हिंदी गाने दुख भरी या लव सॉन्ग्स गाए होंगे. टेल अस अ लिटिल बिट मोर, बिकॉज विद दैट वॉइस आई एम श्योर देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ women who and men and people who would just fall in love with that absolutely amazing voice. Tell me a little bit about your love life.
Okay, so love life.
I
Such
know.
a tricky question. Okay, so my last relationship was in 2012. Okay, it's been 10 years that I'm not into any relationship. I've kept myself completely out of all these relationship things. Um, I've had a very bad breakup, very bad breakup, and लोग कहते हैं कि आवाज अच्छी है, लोग फैन हो जाते हैं and all. But trust me, I was rejected because of my profession. And I was not rejected by the girl, but I was rejected by the family of the girl. Those who said that, कि रेडियो में है, क्या करेगा, क्या कमाएगा, क्या खिलाएगा. And I was rejected on that ground. And रही बात गाने सुनाने के, हाँ, तो हमने गाने बहुतों को सुनाए हैं, बहुत रोमांटिक गाने सुनाए हैं. And I'll tell you, my favorite song used to be from the movie Guru, sung by A.R. Rahman. Dum dara dum dara mast mast dara dum dara mast mast dara dum dum. ओ हमदम बिन तेरे क्या जीना, हो तेरे बिना बेसुवादी रतिया, ओ सजना. सो ये वाला एंड साथिया मूवी के गाने हुआ करते थे. पीली धूप पहन के तुम देखो बागों में मत जाना, भंवरे तुमको सब छेड़ेंगे, फूलों में मत जाना. तो ये गाने सुना सुना करके मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों को इम्प्रेस जरूर किया है एंड
भवरे जैसी आए होंगे वो आपके पीछे ये वाली आवाज सुन के और ये गाने के साथ.
You know what, I'll tell you, when I joined radio, so this is a secret that I'm revealing. When I joined radio, if somebody asks me that, Praveen, which slot on a radio station you would want to work, I will say that, ki, put me in the night slot, रात को 12 बजे के बाद से. When I just started my radio career, I used to host late night show from 12 till 3 in the morning, which was रात बाकी बात बाकी. और मेरे उस एक शो में इतने फोन कॉल्स आते थे, इतने फोन कॉल्स, इट्स अनइमेजिनेबल. पीपल will not be able to, I think, digest this when I say this. So, you ask a question at 12 and your phone lines will be busy till 3 in the morning. That's the power of radio at night. And I used to get all those phone calls. Hello, Praveen. I want to talk to you. And then suddenly you hear a voice in Bengali. Someone is saying, hey, tu kake phone korechish? And the phone line gets disconnected.
Oh dear.
Oh man, I have had multiple experiences like this, of all these random phone calls at night. लोग फोन करके बोलते फायर ब्रिगेड, लोग फोन करके बहुत अजीब अजीब आवाजें सुनाते थे. I can't even.
I would love to know that. Please, I think you should let our listeners know, Praveen. Actor आवाज तो सुनाओ.
Oh, all the orgasmic
that,
voices
Praveen? I
people used to
wouldn't know.
make on a phone call. Don't tell me that you wouldn't know. So I just picked up a phone call. I said hello, and वहां से आवाज आ रही है. Oh, baby.
So, प्रवीण जी, आपके रिस्पॉन्स क्या रहा उसमें?
What is this?
आपने वापस क्या कहा उनको? No, baby.
No. See, the thing is that, every phone calls used to get monitored and all. So we were very new into the industry. And I just wanted to make sure that, I don't end up on being on the wrong side. So like, okay. You complete your thing and then you give me a call back.
My God, this is really, really fun.
Those phone calls used to be, I mean, I just opened up the SMS line for a contest and, I was new, so I didn't have access to the SMS site. And that point of time, for one SMS on those numbers, which were like special numbers, like 454545, you send a message on this number, you were charged 6 rupees for a message. The next day I came to office. I finished my work and I went back home. I did that SMS prompt thing, asking people to SMS. The next day when I came to work, the morning show producer is asking me, hey, what you did last night? I said, what? Well, no, what you did last night? I said, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I said, do you know how many messages have we got? I said, how many? I mean, till date, I can't digest that. 40,000 messages. 40,000 messages, people just registered. So imagine the power of radio, and that too so late at night. Nowadays, if you ask people to message and all, they're like, "Alright, theek hai, मैं तेरे को Instagram पे भेज दूंगा."
There are so many people who probably want to reach out and talk to you because, because of the voice that you have and because of who you are. Of course, when you're talking, like you said, that you never fake it ever. Now, I have to ask you one question that's so close to my heart. How much of Jharkhand is in you and how much of Kolkata is in you?
It's 50-50. I recently went to my birthplace after like 21 years. And it was a moment of complete nostalgia for me, seeing my school. And the best part was that, कि मेरी जो स्कूल थी वो पूरी तरीके से टूट चुकी थी. There was nothing left there. And I see a guy who was sitting on the stairs and he's asking me, भैया आप प्रवीण है ना? मैं बोला जी. बोला भैया हम आपके वीडियोस देखते हैं. मेरे लिए ना वो आई कांट एक्सप्लेन, मतलब मेरे लिए कि वो कमाई थी. मेरे लिए इट वाज लाइक मेरी पूरी लाइफ टाइम की कमाई कि मैं जिस जगह को छोड़ करके आया वहां पे व्हेन यू गो बैक एंड इट्स अ रिमोट विलेज, आई मीन रिमोट मतलब रिमोट विलेज, वहां पर कोई आपको रिकग्नाइज करता है और बोलता है. सो कोलकाता, yes, because career wise I am more inclined towards Kolkata. And when it comes to my childhood, the growing up period, the entire Jharkhand is in me. And I'll tell you why Jharkhand is so special to me. Because एक बच्चे की फैंटेसी क्या होती है? एक बच्चे की फैंटेसी होती है कि बचपन में उसे आइसक्रीम खाने को मिले, कोल्ड ड्रिंक पीने को मिले. तो for your information and for everyone out there, my dad was the owner of an ice cream factory. तो हमारे यहाँ आइसक्रीम बनती थी. हमारे डैड के पास में कोल्ड ड्रिंक की एक कंपनी की ऑथोराइज्ड डीलरशिप थी, एक आइसक्रीम की कंपनी की ऑथोराइज्ड डीलरशिप थी. सो माय एंटायर चाइल्डहुड वाज लाइक वेरी वेरी स्पॉइल्ड. आइसक्रीम खाओ फेंको, कोल्ड ड्रिंक खाओ फेंको, मतलब जब दिल करे जो करे वो करो. एंड खेलने के लिए इतनी बड़ी जगह मिल जाती थी, आम तोड़ने जाते थे, तो वो सारी चीजें मेरे अंदर है. तो आई विल से 50-50, कोलकाता आधा एंड
कभी
झारखंड
सोचा नहीं
50.
कलकत्ता छोड़ने का और दूसरे शहरों में जाने का?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं. आई no, never. I'll tell you that I've got multiple opportunities to go to Mumbai, Delhi, and international as well. But I have rejected on one ground that I came to this city with nothing, and this city has given me everything. The people out here has given me so much of love, warmth, and affection. And I'm not a money-minded guy who will run after money. जितना कमाना है उतना कमा लूंगा और अच्छे से कमा लूंगा, लेकिन शहर को नहीं छोड़ूंगा. बिकॉज this city made me what I am today, whoever I am today. So never ever in my wildest dream that I'll think of leaving the city.
So Praveen, before we end today's podcast, I would want you to say a few things to all our listeners across India, and especially for the kind of fan following that you have in Kolkata.
I'll say thank you to each and every individual, those who watches our videos, those who hear us on radio, those who listen to our podcasts. I'll tell you that, recently I went to Dubai, and the amount of love that I got from people in Dubai. Somebody is working in Dubai and he's from Peshawar. Somebody is working in Dubai and he's from Dhaka. And people from Kerala, they were all, I met all of them, and all of them had just one thing to say, that, we love what you do on the video platform, like the social media platform, what I do, they really enjoy it. So I've been working for radio for last 16 years, and I'll continue to work for radio and on the podcast platform as well. And moreover, now we are working on the social media platforms as well. For the amount of love that we get from people, trust me, we will never disappoint any one of you in terms of our action, in terms of our opinion or anything, because we respect what you expect from us, right? And before signing off, I just want to say one thing, कि चलते रहूंगा पथ पर तो चलने में माहिर हो जाऊंगा. I believe in walking. I believe in walking the path of whatever it is, success, contentment. So चलते रहूंगा पथ पर तो चलने में माहिर हो जाऊंगा. या तो मुझे मंजिल मिलेगी या मैं अपनी जिंदगी में अच्छा मुसाफिर हो जाऊंगा. So मुझे दोनों ही पसंद है, मंजिल भी पसंद है, मुसाफिर बनना भी पसंद है. So I'll keep walking and I'll keep entertaining people till the time I take my last breath.
Thank you so much, Praveen, for being on today's podcast. My heart is totally full listening to you and your journey, and I'm sure for all the listeners who are going to come on to Mohua Show will also equally enjoy this podcast. Thank you once again for being here with us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohua, for inviting me and making me a part of this. I'm really enthralled and I'm really happy to be a part of this podcast.
To you, our dearest listeners, you can find us on your favorite streaming services, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and of course on all other major streaming services. With loads of love, we are The Mohua Show, where we talk ईमानदारी से.